Hello everyone, welcome to my 106th live stream. I am Brian Akeem, and today is Monday, September 13th. So we are going to be talking about Season 11, Episode 4, Rendition. So, alright guys, let's get started. Okay, so this episode, I'm going to be honest with you guys, Episode 4 was not the best episode by any means of the imagination. Like, I'm not saying it was a terrible episode, one of the worst episodes ever, but I will say that this episode lacked a lot in terms of story. And yes, we got to see Leah and stuff, but honestly, I feel like that wasn't enough. I kind of feel like this was a repeat of The Cell. And yeah, so that's why I'm... hey, Ken. Do you want to chat? Let's see. I'm on Discord right now if you want to chat, so... Yep. I saw episode 5 as well, which was much better, honestly, but yeah, we're going to just talk about 4 today. Yeah, episode 4 just... Okay, so I'll talk about some of the positives I did like. So one of the positives is this was nowhere near as bad as The Cell. Like, Daryl, kind of made sense. There was some cool stuff with him where he pretended he didn't know who Frost was in them. He's kind of playing this part, kind of trying to get Leah to drop her guard. So all that is good. But everything else with this episode is just, I don't know, it's kind of bland. There's not much for it, honestly. Yeah. All right. So okay, yeah, it might be a while before people come in, I guess. Let's see. Live. Okay, how's the quality? Let me make sure the quality's good. Oh, shut up, YouTube. Not enough. Give me a break. So Ken, did you have any questions about this episode? Or any thoughts on it? Because honestly, Rendition... Okay, so we got to meet Pope, and I gotta be honest, Pope is... Okay, the actor is good. Like, he's good. I'm not gonna deny that. But how the character looks, he definitely comes off, like, very weird. I'm going to say that. Visually, he doesn't work as a character. Like, he's the leader of the Reapers. So there is that bit of a hiccup, but yeah. And Leah was not really the best this episode either. Leah was another problem. I didn't really like her this episode. She was kind of a boring, useless character. And by the way, guys, let me know if you can hear me in the chat. I want to make sure it's not mute or anything. Okay. All right. Let's see. There's got to be something. 1 second, guys. I just got a message real quick. Okay. Wait 1 more second, guys. All right. Okay, so now, yeah, back to the episode. So what about episode 4? Honestly, this episode, I mean, it's just, like I said, some people have problems with this episode, like the way Daryl acted, kind of giving knowledge about his group, Maggie's group. But me personally, I'm kind of okay with that, how they did it. But I mean, yeah, like I said, sorry guys, just there's I'm kind of talking by myself here, but okay, one thing I did not like in this episode was Daryl covering himself in Walker blood, and then like 10 seconds later he gets caught by the Reapers and it's off screen. That made no sense whatsoever. Like, I wish they didn't do that. That was a pointless scene. Yeah. Okay. So, what was good about this episode? I mean, like I said, there were some cool moments here and there. Daryl was, for the most part, pretty good, but just by himself, obviously, it's pretty obvious that he cannot lead the show by himself. Like, he definitely needs other actors to work with, you know. And I'm not saying that Norman Reedus is not a good actor. I'm just saying that he needs other good actors to work with. And I feel like, I don't know. I don't think Leah was one of them. I don't know. The way Leah acted this episode was just not great, in my personal opinion. I mean, she's saying the Reapers are family, but it's like literally, Pope just throws one of them in the fire, and it's like, are you serious right now? So yeah, that's a bit of an issue. Um. Okay. Okay. Hold on. Let's see. Who's watching right now? I'm guessing no one. Um. Okay. So, hold on. Let me see if I can pull up the episode. Obviously, I'm not pulling it up on the screen, but it's been a week, so I need to remember the episode and everything. My goodness, Daryl definitely needs a change. Okay, so yeah, Daryl fights with a Reaper. I'm surprised he did not actually beat the Reaper, because we know that Daryl is one of the best fighters in the group, at least hand to hand. So that was kind of interesting. Oh yeah, Dog's okay. Dog didn't die or get injured, looks like, in this episode, which was good. And not only that, but you know, we have Aaliyah. Oh my goodness, she is just not a good character, like, at all at this point. I mean, she's just kind of weird.
What's up,
Uh,
Brian?
oh, hey, Ken. Didn't know that was you. Um, Thanks for coming, man. I really appreciate it. Yeah, it seems like a really light day. Thoughts on it?
Um, I feel like what ruined this episode, like it was a good episode, but if they wouldn't have hinted at Leah returning in the trailer, the episode would have been better. I hate when you know characters are returning. It annoys me sometimes. I don't know why.
Wait. Can you say that again? Kind of having a hard time hearing you. Sorry.
I said I hate that I kind of already knew Leah was gonna be there. They kind of ruined her reveal a little bit, just a little bit.
Yeah, that's true. The biggest thing with that was they showed Dog next to her. That was the big reveal that yeah, Leah
Yeah.
is a Reaper. They should have cut it in the trailer to where we don't see Dog next to that Reaper, because that's a
Oh,
dead giveaway.
something else that I heard someone say in a video is that they're really worried about Dog because if Dog is willing to stay next to Lydia, like I said, Leah, and like not go with Daryl, like that proves that Dog is not that loyal to Daryl. Dog hasn't probably seen her in like a year or two, so I mean I don't know the timeline. I think about a year, so it's kind of weird how he didn't go to Daryl.
Yeah, I mean,
I think that's foreshadowing.
Dog is about 6 years old,
Hmm.
and Daryl and Leah kind of broke up 2 years ago, I guess. But yeah, I don't know. I guess Dog is just maybe a little bit more on Leah's side, just a little bit. But
Well, I
yeah,
get that because it makes more sense. Would you rather go with the person you're with now or the person who basically raised you in a way? I
I
guess
mean,
that makes some
yeah,
sense. But I
yeah,
also think the reason why we're not gonna see like the Alexandria group deal with the Reapers is number one, the Reapers are just too small. That's the only reason why they've been taking out Maggie's group is because there's smaller. There's two small groups going against each other. Even though the Reapers have like a little bit more people, still bigger and they're way more skilled than most of those people.
that is true. But the thing is, though, is that let's restart streaming software. Hopefully, it doesn't restart. The thing is, though, is that Alexandria, like, even though it looks like a ghost town, like I made that joke a couple times, uh, like if you think about all the characters who are missing and all the communities combined, even the refugees, they should have way more than the Reapers, like way more. And not only that, but they should be able to take on the Reapers if they were to attack them. Because I know the show has done a poor job with it in season 11, but there's a lot of people in Alexandria, even if the show doesn't have the budget to show it. I
Yeah.
mean, I mean, if they went to attack Alexandria like the Wolf style, um, they would lose. I don't know,
Yes.
just but I don't know. I feel like they should do that, but I see what you're saying. I don't think the Reapers are going to make it to Alexandria, unfortunately, which is kind of it's kind of annoying because it's like there's still so many characters. Like is Daryl as a spy and like Maggie and Negan, are they really going to take down the Reapers just by themselves? It just kind of feels like, man, we could have had like someone from Magna's group. Scott, I mean, for Pete's sake, we could have actually given something for other characters.
Yeah.
Okay. And that was
I
interesting.
don't.
Oh,
Oh my
yeah, go ahead.
bad. I don't like how this episode because so episode 6 is about Connie, and I was thinking that was gonna be a bottle episode of just her and Virgil. But if you saw the trailer, it's gonna be a whole bunch of other storylines. I don't know why they couldn't have did it in this episode. Like
Oh, yeah,
had
they
more
could have.
stories.
Yeah, I don't like
This
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 bottle episode thing. They should have split it with some other stuff. Daryl, this is like a repeat of the Cell. It's better, but it's still a
I was
repeat.
just about to say that. I keep saying I really like the callbacks. Like every episode we've had. Like next episode we have a big call. Like every episode so far we've had a lot of callbacks. Some of them are like you have to rewatch to notice. Some of them are pretty obvious. I think this was an obvious callback to the sale.
Yeah. Wait a minute. What happened to my stream? Hold on a second. Uh, yeah. What is going on with my stream? I'm sorry, Ken. Okay, yeah, it's still going. Yeah, one thing I noticed in this episode, or someone told me, kind of, when Daryl was cutting up that walker, put the blood on him, all that, that is like the only walker in the whole episode. Like, it's kind of weird. Like,
Is it
like
really?
I think so. Like literally that scene before the intro, you get Daryl. He just killed one walker off screen, and he's putting the guts on him, which was very
Oh,
nasty. And why did they do this? Why did they put it on the face? Never put zombie blood on your face. That's how Gabriel lost his eye. But I don't know. It's
yeah, like the games. That's something I didn't like about the actual video games. Like you have a 11-year-old putting zombie guts on her face, and a baby. So you
yeah,
know
it's unrealistic in that way. I will admit. And what did you think of Pope? Like I think acting wise,
he's
he's
getting
good,
he's
but
getting a lot of like bad. Like a lot of people aren't liking him for some reason. And they're all saying they don't like him appearance wise. Like people were saying they didn't like him before he was on screen
yeah,
about his appearance. And he kind of I like his appearance. Like he kind of reminds me of like I don't know. He just looks like a sergeant of a military group, which these people were in the military, I'm guessing.
Yeah, but when I think of a sergeant, I think of like Abraham. But this guy, I'll agree. I'm with those people. I just don't like how Pope looks. He just looks off. It's the glasses. Definitely the glasses, I would
Oh,
say.
like I never really like characters with like glasses. Like if you're a leader of a villain group in the apocalypse, you have glasses on. Like how are you the leader?
I mean, if it's okay if they're like thin glasses, he takes them off once in a while. That would be okay. But it's just the way he looks now in the thumbnail. I don't know. I can't buy it. Plus that beanie hat, and I don't know. I'm not asking for a Negan, but like this guy just I don't know. He doesn't scream leader to me. He just doesn't.
Yeah.
Um, okay, so thoughts on Leah. First off, Leah has white hair now. Like that was weird. She had red hair. It's like okay, that's kind of weird.
I
Uh,
actually think that might be the actress's normal hair. It might be. I'm not sure.
yeah, but if they wanted, the thing is that like even if you watch 10C, some people still might be like, okay, obviously people knew that was Leah, but they would be like, okay, it's not super clear to the audience that that's Leah because like the hair
Oh
change.
yeah. I just found I looked up Leah and it says she asked what's the showrunner's name, Angela Kang, if she could use her natural hair instead of her reddish kind of hair. So her hair wasn't really. That's kind of stupid though.
Yeah, I'll agree. Angela King should have said like, "I'm sorry, but we it needs to be
Well, no, I
consistent."
don't think that. I don't think that's stupid. I think she should have just let her use her natural hair in 10C and then did this.
Yeah, I mean it's not stupid what you said. Like I'm and like I kind of
I
agree with
know.
it. Like Angela King should have kind of just said like, either you should have had she should have either decided to go with the natural hair before or just say like, listen, it's only a couple more episodes, we want the hair to be consistent because now it's like Leah dyed her hair or something and it's weird. And man, like she looks older too now and it's just
Yeah.
um and I don't know, some people think that she might be like a Lydia character or like Mary.
I hope not. I hope she's like. I hope they don't. They could do a gamma where she ends up betraying and gets killed, but no, I don't. If Leah, I'm sick of like people. If she leaves, like, of course I want her to leave her group, but I feel like if she just leaves her group for some random guy, that's so dumb to me. Like it might be because some villains like Simon, it could be like a Simon thing where he's not going with Rick in them, but he's not siding with Negan. They could do that where she's not siding with Pope, but she's also not with, like the Maggie group. I want them to do that again because I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah. Okay, wait, let me look through the episode a little bit. What did you think about the test later in the episode with the room fire? I mean, the fact that
I'm a little upset because okay, I thought that scene was Connie. I don't know why. I thought it was Connie or something, but obviously it wasn't. I thought that was cool. They remind me of some other villains. I just don't know who it is. Maybe it's from a different TV show, but this method of putting a person in a very dangerous situation and them making it out and they join the group. It sounds familiar a bit. Maybe it's like the Whisperers. I think they kind of no, they didn't do anything like that. But I do like their tactic. That's a smart villain tactic to put them through something really dangerous for them to survive.
yeah, but one of your own trusted members, also Chosen's here. Hey, Chosen one, how's it going?
Hey,
Hey, man, thanks for coming.
good.
Uh, you know, yeah, I remember watching your review about this episode. So Ken and I were talking, and Ken told me something interesting. He mentioned how the actress for Leah actually asked if she could have her normal, natural color this episode, and Angela King said yes. And I was wondering that because I'm like, Leah looks like she has white hair now. The hair is not consistent with 10C.
Yeah, I noticed that too.
I looked at some pictures of Leah's hair and it was red, but it was kind of like gray at the like where it shoots out of her head. It was kind of grayish. But at the same time, you don't I don't know how hair works, but I don't think you can get a full head of grayish hair in a year.
Well, maybe the in-world explanation for it is just that she dyed her hair when she met Daryl. Dead hair dyes or whatever.
Who dyes their hair in an apocalypse though? That is so
Oh,
weird.
There'll
Saviors.
probably be lots of people doing that still.
I mean, there's gonna be people who do that. It's just a weird thing to do.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry guys, I was just texting somebody important in my life. Um, all right, so okay, so Pope testing Daryl, I'm okay with that, but I'm sorry if I'm Leah, how can they just be okay with being? How could she be okay with possibly being set on fire? Like, um, that's just a weird
I know.
test.
Maybe, maybe in the next episode she'll like not like that, or she'll like bring it up.
I know, right? And oh my goodness, I could be
Or not.
wrong.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. Okay, so now this is the first. I don't think Alpha and Beta were technically religious, but is this? Would you guys say this is the first religious cult in The Walking Dead?
Um,
Like, you know what I mean? It's just
the
um
Whisperers were religious, but they made their own religion in a way. I feel like, right? Like
I
it's
mean,
not an actual religion; it's their own religion, so it doesn't count really. And their whole purpose wasn't for the religion, though. This group seems like their whole thing is religion or whatever. So
kind of. It's one of those things where it's like, oh my goodness, like besides Herschel and like a few other characters, honestly, like those are really the only characters in The Walking Dead who actually know, actual religion. Because like the way the Reapers just think that they have to do whatever it takes to make people pay, like I still don't get this. I'm like, okay, yeah. And they're saying things like, sinners and stuff. And yes, it's like, you guys are too. You're murdering people. Now, we don't know why you're attacking Maggie's group. Maybe you have a reason. But still, like, they're just acting like they're not sinners or like they're holy or something. And it's like, yeah, I mean, Pope kind of mentions that with the whole fire thing. But I'm like, I don't know. It's still kind of weird to me.
yeah.
Um. Okay, so do you guys think that? Okay, also we should have seen Dog this episode. It was kind of weird how there was a campfire and then everyone was kind of eating, and then we don't see Dog. I didn't see Dog in that campfire scene, and I was just thinking, I'm like, okay, seriously, where is Dog? Because that's a thing in The Walking Dead. Like, if you see characters eating, we need to know what they're eating because I don't want to, assume something. You know what I mean? Because it's like we don't even know like I mean, we didn't see people hunt. I guess what I'm trying to say is like we don't want a repeat of Terminus, or something else, yeah. I mean, so yeah, this episode, it's better than The Cell. I would admit. I would say it's just okay. It's not a bad episode. But Pope had his issues, I guess, as a villain. His look, and my goodness, like seriously, I knew he was gonna throw that guy in the fire. I'm like, I called it. Like even when he talked to him, I'm like, is this gonna happen? And then when he touched him, his back and all that, I'm like, oh, it's really gonna happen. Like, you know what I mean? Did you guys think that
Yeah,
was
That's
but like,
not really. That's not a smart move to be like when Negan did it. It made sense. Well, when Negan did it, it was a little bit more stupid. You're killing a doctor, which is pretty dumb. But this
yeah.
was also dumb because they don't have that many people in their group.
Well,
Mhm.
they don't have many people, and he was also saying how they're a family, and then he goes and kills them. And
Yeah.
he was like, the whole thing was like where apparently he has injuries
Wounds?
on his back or whatever. So apparently that means he ran away. But like, what if he just got stabbed or shot in the back?
Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
happened. That's what happened. Remember, this is the guy who was who was attacking Alden. Maggie threw a knife at his back. Remember?
I
In the
mean, it is
previous
also
episode.
kind of his. If that's what happened, it is also kind of his fault for not saying anything though. He could have just said like, "Yo, I got stabbed in the back."
Yeah, you're fighting one person, and the guy Turner, Maggie and Negan teamed up on him, and they killed him. Like,
Hmm.
yeah, like that was the guy because Maggie stabbed him, and Negan hit him in the head with the crowbar. So yeah, that guy was down for the kill.
And does Pope expect him to do like even though Alden's injured, but like a 3v1?
Yeah, I don't know. One thing I'm interested in this episode. Wait, so have both of you guys seen the promo for episode 5? Wait,
Well,
no. So this is 4. Sorry, 6.
I've
Sorry,
already
man.
seen.
Yeah.
I already watched episode 5, and I saw the trailer for episode 6.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, and yeah, Chosen, you've seen episode 5 as well. Do you guys want to talk about it? If you, I don't know. Do you?
Sure. We don't have to
Or-
like do a whole. I mean, if you don't want to, Brian, we don't have to do like a whole sudden talk about it in depth like we usually do. But I guess.
Oh, well,
I mean-
one thing about episode 4 is that at the very beginning we see, I don't really know how to describe it, but so Daryl goes to like a building, and then he sees like Whisper. He hides behind the or not Whisper, a Reaper. He hides behind the wall, and then he like throws something to distract the Reaper. Why was that Reaper ahead of Daryl?
Yeah, because Daryl was running.
Realistically, he should be behind Daryl, chasing Daryl, but he's somehow ahead of Daryl.
Yeah, and then Daryl
Yeah.
went somewhere in the woods, and then all of a sudden that Reaper was right behind him, and I'm thinking like, okay, wait a minute, did that Reaper not go for the rocket that he threw? Like I'm so confused. That's the thing about
Well,
the
he
Reapers.
was.
Do they teleport? It seems like they teleport sometimes.
Yeah. Well, because the Reaper was at the building before Daryl even got there.
I
Like
know.
unless maybe he was chasing Frost or someone, but yeah, he got to the building before Daryl even got there.
I feel
Yeah.
like they kidnapped Frost like during that whole attack in episode 3 at the beginning. I think they kidnapped him then. Because as soon as Daryl got caught, they put him in a
Maybe.
cell, and Frost looked so beat up at that point.
And I'm
Yeah, I
guessing
don't.
they didn't beat up Daryl too much because of Leah. Yeah, because Leah kind of stopped them, so they didn't beat up Daryl too much because of her.
Yeah.
Well, they don't want to hurt Norman Reedus's, face. That's the moneymaker right there.
I know they're not gonna do this, but I wish if they weren't gonna do the Carol and Daryl spinoff, I wish something like Daryl or Carol losing a limb, like at the end of the season. I mean, we saw that happen a few times, but it's never happened to a major character, I don't think. And it would
I
have been
mean,
cool to see
besides
that.
Aaron, I guess, but
Yeah, like maybe Negan or Maggie could get something like that. Like that would be cool for Maggie or Negan.
yeah. Um, you know what I'm wondering? Where is Pope's mask? Like, what mask does he use? Because we know the Reapers use masks.
He probably, I'm guessing he's one of those leaders. Like he's a Gregory, like not like weak like Gregory, but one of those people who are like just the leader. They're not the person who goes out and kills people.
Oh, that's just ridiculous. I'm sorry. Any leader who does not go out and do the heavy lifting too, he's no leader. I mean, come on. That's why we respected Rick so much. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just and then also, oh my goodness, like I know we might not get it, but do you guys I think we should get a Daryl mask. Like what should it be? I mean, obviously it's kind of like skulls and stuff. That's what they're doing, but there's like different styles and
well, Lydia, I keep saying Lydia. Leah has like a hawk, and then I saw someone with like a bear mask, like a bear or cat, something with ears.
Dude, what if he had a plague doctor mask?
A what?
What if Daryl had a plague doctor mask?
Can you spell that? Let me type that in.
I have no idea what that is.
Plague.
G-U.
You said a doctor mask?
Plague doctor. Let me see.
Plague doctor.
Oh.
Oh, I see it. Yeah, it looks like a bird, Ken. It looks like a giant bird nose kind of thing. Yeah, I don't know. Not a bad mask,
like
but
it would make sense because
but not for Daryl.
Daryl's vest kind of has like a bird on it.
True, but I don't know. I feel like Daryl's more of a wolf, I feel like that should be his mask.
Oh yeah, like lone wolf, like yeah, okay. That makes some sense.
But I don't know if they're gonna do it like Daryl wears a mask or something for a few episodes. I hope they do, man. That would be pretty cool. Like, because like come on, if Daryl's gonna be a Reaper against Maggie's group or whatever is going on, like you can't have him looking like this, how he normally does. You just can't.
I also want to mention something. Oh, this doesn't happen in episode 4. When we talk about episode 5, I want to mention something about the surroundings. Well, I can say it right now, but I think season 11 has the best surroundings we've ever had. Like, I can put like episode 5, like the house or the area Maggie and Negan were in. It's just I feel like we've never been in an area like just an abandoned neighborhood in a while. We've always been in like random communities and stuff. And it's nice to see other stuff. We're like always
in the woods. Yeah.
It's always the woods or in a random community.
Well, yeah, we saw that in season 10 though, when like they meet the princess and everything.
That's true.
Like man. That too. But that was for a brief moment. Like even episode 5 was a brief moment, kind of.
Yeah, I want to see more cities and stuff. Oh, go ahead, Chosen.
If Daryl got a mask and then cut his hair too.
Dude, I would love that.
Cutting hair.
Oh, come on, Ken. He's got to cut those locks.
If Daryl cuts his hair, it's not even Daryl anymore. It's literally... No.
Daryl had short hair in season 1 and 2.
But that was before I liked Daryl. I mean, that would be cool, but like... I mean, they're obviously not going to do it. Because when an actor cuts their hair, That's weird. I think it's the only show that does that. But if someone cuts their hair, you know they're gonna die for some
Yeah,
reason.
Well,
but yeah,
in Fear
but Daryl's
season
not
3,
gonna die.
Nick cut his hair.
Yeah, and then Chandler Riggs did the same thing.
Yeah, but the thing is, though, it's the final season, so you can be like Daryl cutting his hair. It's like, oh, that doesn't
Probably
mean
at
he dies,
Commonwealth, I'm guessing. I'm guessing at Commonwealth he might.
dude. He better, and not just that. If he doesn't, dude, the Commonwealth should not take him in. I'm sorry,
Yeah.
Daryl is such
That's
a
why I wonder,
um.
like, how is the Commonwealth gonna take in? Because I don't in the comics it was kind of different, but like, if they're not taking in like Ezekiel and like Eugene, some of the like nicest people in the group, how are they gonna take in Negan, Maggie, Daryl, Carol, Rosita? You know those people, they're stubborn, so
Well,
it's
I
kind
think
of weird.
Rosita wouldn't be too difficult.
Well, no,
Bro,
Uh,
Rosita's. I don't want to
they're
spoil
not.
anything, but there's like a picture of Rosita at the Commonwealth.
oh
So
yeah,
Most
but
of the
go ahead, Chosen.
most of those most most of those characters aren't like mean or rude. It's just if they're aggravated, then like if something like gives
yeah,
someone gives
I'm
them a
not saying they're like like mean. I'm just saying how the Commonwealth, as we can see, how the Commonwealth treated the Commonwealth group, and they were being calm and polite most of the
well,
time. Imagine like
yeah,
those
because this is
characters.
Ezekiel.
Yeah, I
Like they're
Ezekiel
agree.
gonna,
being
yeah, they're ready. Like those characters, like people I just named, they're like people who wouldn't let that happen to them. They'll clap back or something. That's what I'm trying to say.
Dude, yeah, I
hmm
totally agree. The Commonwealth is a giant hen house, and Daryl is a wolf. I mean, the like even just seeing Daryl, the Commonwealth would totally like just be in fear. I mean, like seriously, like I doubt they've seen anyone like Daryl.
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh yeah, so
Um,
in this episode there was a scene where Daryl threw his crossbow at I think a Reaper
yeah, in
in
the
the very beginning.
beginning.
Did
hmm
he catch that?
Um, Let me
Was
that
think.
it
was like
because
around the time
he
he
couldn't?
threw dog.
No,
Is it because
no,
he couldn't reload in time? Because I feel like that's kind of dumb. Because you can, if you can't reload in time, you can just at least smack them with it, or like grab the crossbow bolt and stab them, or your knives.
yeah, I don't know. The fighting this season hasn't been the best. Like something's with the Reapers, how they do with the fights with the Reapers. I don't know what it is,
The
but
Reapers are really cool with their fighting style, but like, I mean, they kind of like I understand because it's not like a war. Like most of the time, these fights are happening. It's like a 1v3 every like almost every time these characters have been in a fight with a Reaper. It's always a 1v3 or something. You can't just like go all out. You have to be think strategically, and that takes a while.
yeah, and I mean that's true. The Reapers are good and guessing strategy and stuff and guerrilla tactics, but um, if they had to fight out in the open, they would be killed. I mean,
Well, because
you
they'd just
know,
be shot up.
yeah, they would be shot up. Hey, Epic
Uh,
Zombie Killer's here.
It's so epic.
Sorry I'm late. I was at the dentist.
Oh, how'd it go?
Pretty good.
Awesome. So Epic, we all kind of talked about it. What'd you think of this episode?
Is the episode bad or disappointing?
I think it's just okay.
Did you
It,
watch it?
No, I haven't watched it yet because I was at the
oh,
dentist. So
oh
Oh,
yeah, Epic. Yeah, definitely go watch it. I would hate to spoil, anything, but
it's not bad, but
it's okay because actually the PT channel already spoiled a bunch of this episode for me.
oh well,
what do you say?
the
Oh, go ahead, Ken.
episode.
Sorry.
Oh, the episode is like a bottle episode, but in my opinion, it's probably my favorite bottle episode we've ever had.
Mm,
Pretty much like I know about Pope, I know about Leah, I know about Dog and Daryl and all that, and I know what happened somewhat. So
okay.
Oh, that's too
Um.
bad. I honestly hate the PT channel. He
Um.
spoiled Carl's death for me, and I'll never forgive that. Well, not
Uh.
really,
Hey.
but
Hey.
kind of.
Epic. Maybe. Do you watch PT channel like regularly? Because I
I
stopped
used
watching.
I used to watch him back a few years ago, but then I stopped.
So how'd you get spoiled?
I
But
accidentally clicked on his like review of it, and
uh,
then he spoiled a bunch of the episode for me.
I mean, if you're watching a review, that's gonna happen.
Mm.
The PT channel sometimes, like when I'm talking about the Carl thing, it wasn't a review. It was like he was talking. He was reviewing the episode before Carl died, and he literally was talking about a theory that, like a leak that Carl was dying, which kind of annoyed me.
yeah, I mean, I don't know. I guess he could have said something like, I heard that Chandler Riggs cut his hair. Hopefully, doesn't mean Carl dies or something.
Yeah.
That's not a spoiler, is it? Like, is that
Well,
a
he said
spoiler?
he was gonna, like, he was mentioning how he was gonna die, and he was kind of right.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. How could I mean, if you didn't believe it 100% back then, I don't blame you because, like, let's be honest, Carl's death is one of the dumbest deaths in the show. And even now, I'm just thinking, like, man, how different would the show be if Carl was still around? Like, would he be in Alexandria or would he be right here with Daryl? Would he be with Maggie and Negan? Like, where do you guys see his plot
He
being if
would
he was still?
Hey
probably
Brian.
Hilltop.
be like a leader in a way, not like
Hey,
not like
He'd be at the
Rick.
hilltop.
hey Brian.
Yapik?
Me
No chocolate.
personally, I feel if Carl was still alive, that like I don't know. I feel that because Carl died in season 8, that it's kind of the reason why the show's coming to an end. Because like yeah,
Yeah, I agree. I mean, Carl was the future of the show. I mean, sure, he wasn't the best actor, but he had the most potential as a character. And yeah, you kind of have that with Judith, but it's definitely
I
not the
think.
same.
Oh my bad.
It's okay. Yeah, Judith just cannot replace Carl because there's not that season one connection or seasons 1 to 5, I guess, if you think about it. But no, seasons 1 to 8, honestly. I mean, Judith finally became a character in season 9. So
I think Judith is a lot more likable as, like, if a kid Carl versus kid Judith. Judith is 100 billion times better.
yeah. 1 second. Okay, so oh yeah, Epic. So Dog was not hurt this episode. He's okay.
thank
Um,
God.
yeah, but I don't know. Like, so this, people are saying that Dog has betrayed Daryl, that he's with Leah now, and I mean, it's kind of one of those things where it's like, well, Leah raised him for what, maybe 3 or so years before she
Oh
left,
no,
and
she raised him. She knew his mom. She was taking care of his mom, so she basically raised him since he was born.
yeah, I mean, I don't know. That's another thing with this episode. With Dog, like, she doesn't even explain Dog. What? Okay, so Leah left that cabin, to join the Reapers, but why did she leave Dog behind?
Yeah,
Was that
yeah,
ever
yeah.
explained?
I mentioned that with Walker Dead. It makes zero sense why she would like get up, leave dog in the closet, and then just freaking go meet the Reapers.
That's what I was gonna say, because she confirms that she was with the Reapers before she was with whatchamacallit. But
With
then the
Daryl?
timeline, yeah, but the timeline makes no sense. So was her son with her? Because her son died 6 years ago. From that moment, they meet, and like she has Dog. So if she was with the Reapers, Dog had to have been with her. So it's kind of weird.
Hey, Brian.
Uh, oh, 1 second, Epic. Also, you know what's weird? That would mean in 10C, Leah left the Reapers, dyed her hair, or maybe not dyed her hair, whatever, lived in the cabin for a while, and then left Dog and went back to the Reapers. And I'm surprised they didn't kill her. Because is that what they're implying? Like, she left the Reapers for years and then finally came back after years? Like, I don't get that. Was that ever explained?
Hey,
Well, she
Brian.
said she was looking. She said she was looking for them. Con- I guess.
Looking for them.
Yeah.
This
Hey,
is why I don't
Brian.
like it. Like, it's so contrived. Everything is so contrived and convenient and loosely explained. Kind of like with Maggie's people, and everything's just for the sake of, oh well, they were lost, but we found them. But then we got lost again and found them. I don't like that. Yeah, go ahead,
Yeah.
Epic.
Do you think Dog is like one of the best additions added into the TV show that wasn't in the comics?
I do, but the problem is we don't know if something's going to happen with Dog as far as his character. What I mean by that is, if Leah is 100% Reaper, if she tells Daryl, if she finds out Daryl did lie to her, and she tries to fight him, what is Dog going to do? You know what I mean? So this is I don't know. This is a tricky question. Like, what happens? Like, who's Dog going to have to choose? You know? I mean,
Like since dog is a dog, he's kind of dumb. Well, I'm not gonna say dumb, but he doesn't understand what's going on. Like he doesn't understand Lee is a bad guy.
yeah,
And
Uh,
something else. Oh my bad. You can talk, Epic.
no, I just wanted to say, like, me personally, I just feel Leah's gonna end up dying this season sometime.
yeah. I mean, I could. I don't think. Here's the thing. We know Leah is not going to be with Daryl for their spinoff, or him and Carol spinoff. So yeah, there's a good chance she's going to die. You know, because yeah,
Daryl will end up killing her.
maybe, but I feel like I don't know. We know that Maggie and Negan are still out there, so I don't know. I mean, it could be one of them, honestly. Um, and I don't know. Okay, so guys, now that we've seen the Reapers, I really hope they don't like dumb them down. You know what I mean? Like they did it with the Saviors, they did it with the Whispers, and you guys know what I mean. They make a villain really creepy, but then Daryl or somebody gets captured. They see how they go. They see their group on their side, and it's just all of a sudden
Realize
it's just hold on, Ken. And then like they just drop down, and then a couple episodes later, they all drop down, die like flies, kind of thing. They make stupid decisions when literally in their introduction they were like really good. So,
Hey, Brian.
yeah. Uh, Go ahead, Epic.
I definitely agree with you. Like, they did that with Oceanside. Like, Oceanside, they were like, back in season 7, were like, but if you find out about us, we have to kill you and stuff. And
Oceanside, thank you, Epic. Oceanside is so bad.
what I,
They have no presence whatsoever in season 11. Go ahead, Ken.
I was gonna say. Now that I realize, I think Daryl has been kidnapped by like every single villain. He got kidnapped by the governor. He didn't get kidnapped by the. Oh, yeah, he did get kidnapped by the cannibals. He got kidnapped by Negan. He got kidnapped by the Whispers technically for like a little bit, kind of. And now he got kidnapped by the Reapers. That's kind of weird. He's
Well,
always
yeah. Well, it's kind of like Alicia from Fear.
yeah.
Somehow the villains just know that this one survivor is special, even though they have never met them before. And yeah,
And they have terrible explanation for why she's special.
I
exactly. Oh
mean,
my
Daryl,
goodness.
it makes sense most of the time because who Daryl is, like they can see, I guess.
hey,
Yeah,
Brian.
but
Hey, Brian.
yeah.
I'd say the only good thing about this episode is that Maggie's not in it.
Um, yeah. Here's the thing. I will say Maggie gets better in episode 5. Like she's a little better in episode 5. At least in
Are
my
you
personal opinion.
sure?
Well, we're not gonna say how, but
I love defending Maggie, but I mean,
I'm
she has
yeah.
been getting better and better, but I don't know.
Um.
I made a video about Maggie and Negan.
Oh yeah, I know Chosen's. I just haven't had any time to check it out.
Hey, we were gonna talk about episode 5, but I'm guessing Epic hasn't seen it. But I do want to say this isn't a spoiler, but this episode kind of made me really sad just for Judas. Like she got it just.
Oh yeah,
I
don't
don't
don't.
know. I
Yeah,
feel really bad for her.
yeah, I do too. Obviously
She
we
did a
can't talk
good,
about that scene.
a good job.
Yeah, this
Oh
character
yeah, the
made me
action.
really enjoy her character a lot, but it just made me kind of sad because
Yeah, yeah. I mean, you
she
can't say
really
it,
got
obviously.
abandoned by like everybody, really.
Yeah, Ken, we can't say any. We can't say that. We can't say any more than that. Yeah, it's kind of gives it away a little, somewhat, but it's okay. Um, I don't know that whole thing about yeah.
I just wanted to say, how did you feel about the for season 7 of Fear?
Absolutely terrible. I cannot stand it, and we're gonna talk about it. But I just want to. I just want you guys to hear my problems already with it. First off, it's an exact repeat of season 6. You have a villain that says how good they are to Morgan, and you have Morgan telling them that I am coming for you, that I'm gonna get you back for what you did, kind of thing. And literally, it's the exact same what they did with Virginia in season 6. Morgan didn't even kill Virginia because, um, Morgan. Right when Morgan was finally about to kill her in season 6, he's like, "No, we can be better than this." I guarantee be like, "No, we can't kill him. We're better than this." It's an exact repeat. Fear never learns, and not just that. The whole radiation thing makes no sense because they should have died from radiation poisoning in the finale. So why is it lethal now in season 7? And then another thing is, where are the characters gonna find food? Like all the food is either gone or it's contaminated, because of the radiation. It just makes no sense. I mean, Morgan and Grace, they have a baby. So how in the world are they gonna keep a baby safe from the radiation? What about Rufus, the dog? How are they gonna keep him safe from radiation? Like nothing makes sense in Fear. Nothing.
They also all have hazmat suits somehow.
Yeah, like those weren't in certain episodes. I mean, I could see maybe in the sub they have them, but
No,
certain
but
other
literally
characters.
everyone, even new characters.